Morning folks, I'm just outside Inverness, about 9 miles, 15 minutes in the car, something like that. And this is a wee local walk that I use on a kind of a regular basis. Some bits are nice and steep, so gets the muscles working. We're actually on the kind of a historic areas just behind the Culloden battlefield, and it's a really nice kind of a bit to come. Today it's beautiful. I still got my arse out of my bed and went away chasing a Monroe. However, we're here now. So we crossed one of the rivers that's I think it actually runs into the River Nairn and then down to the seaboard. But I'm going to spin you around and let you see the kind of a terrain we're on now. It's landy track basically. Okay, so this is what we're on. And today is, can't remember which, what is it? 28th of November. But back at 12, half 12 or something like that. So this walk normally takes around 2 hours. Depends if you want to fire up it or no, or if you want to enjoy yourself. But so you get through a nice bit of tree wooded area. Get to the top of that and you go on a open moorland. They actually be very good. You're looking across the Moray Firth, and if you know your geography of the area, you're seeing bits of the Cromarty Peninsula right up towards Tain and a place called Tarbert. So yeah, quite extensive views. And then there's southern views down towards the Cairngorms. So yeah, pretty good. A really nice area. So the steep bit begins right away. So I'm going to bring you back in a wee while, because in 2 or 3 minutes I'll be blowing out my backside and it's not a pretty sight. Okay, we'll speak to you later guys. Okay buds, that's us now at the top of the kind of a steep bit. So just come out the trees, as you can see behind me, through this gate, landy track again, all the way. We're now on the, well, you know, it says the Tomatin Moorland, but we're actually east of Inverness. I'll spin you. So here we are, and you get the usual wee sign here, keep the dogs in the lead. The reason being, not so much at this time of the year, but certainly you get nesting birds, ground birds like the lapwing and grouse, and it's a managed estate, so there's a lot of shooting goes on. Further up the hill there's grouse butts and things like that. So where I'm heading today is, well, I'll again spin you around. You can't quite see the hill, but you see the rise in the distance there. Well, that's Beinn Moor, which is the big yellow hill, and the one I'm going is kind of around this side, Bheag. So it's about just short of the 600 metre mark. This hill here is what they call Saddle Hill, and it's funny, this is the Saddle Hill walk, yet that's not the hill that's approached and walked up. It's these two fellas out here. It's a bit of a misnomer, but hey, it doesn't matter, everybody knows where Saddle Hill in Inverness is. The idea now is just to follow this landy track and you come to a junction. The junction is a decision that you've got to make, whether you do it clockwise or anti-clockwise. If you do it clockwise, it's a lot steeper. So you've got a really steep rise up on the top of the hill. If you decide to do it anti-clockwise, the slope is longer, but not just quite as steep. Anyway, we'll bring you back at the junction like you see. Okay, I thought I'd bring you back here This is the split of the way, so this is the kind of the divergence of the loop. Now it's funny, you know, they tell you that you've got to be careful of things like stalking, etc., and things like that. So have a wee look at this. So it's pretty good to see that there's actually adders in this area. So this is where you make a decision whether you go up this flank here to the right hand side, or whether you go up the flank that's just hidden by the trees, which is much steeper but shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to opt for this direction and take the short and steep ascent. It's a better workout, but also I've got the sun in my face as well when I'm doing when I'm going up the ascent onto the top of the hill. And it's a nice wee cairn there. Oh, in fact, I don't think you'll be able to see it. We have a big raptor. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see it. Anyway, it looks like it's a pair of red kites, something like that. They're quite common here. The thing that you don't see much of here is deer. They keep the deer away from this area, hence the progression with the trees. These trees would have been destroyed by now with the deer, but so far, yep, they're growing up, and it'll provide a bit of shelter to the road, because believe it or not, this route we're doing can actually be ski toured in winter if you have a mind and you get the snow cover. Now I've seen the snow here being drifting up to 2-3 metres deep, so it can be it's getting blown off the moor basically, and yeah, it can be quite nice here. And if it's really cold, you could in fact, if you had a mind, snow hole here in some of the big drifts. However, we'll leave that for another day. So, sun on my back now, really enjoying it. I wish you could get to see these raptors. I think they're a wee bit too far away, but I'm sure they're red kites. Yeah, I can see with the tail. Yep. I'll see if I can show you again. I'll spin you around. I don't know if you can see it or not. I think my settings are not allowing me to zoom in. However, right, I'll try and change the setting and see if I can bring you in. Okay, so we've come along about, let's see, 3.7 kilometres, and as you can see, the road continues on here, but unless it's for estate work or something like that, that tends not to get used. This one does, which then leads in turn to the ascent onto Beinn. So this is the route we're taking. I've climbed up here, and then we've had a wee bit of a descent. I'm not going to spin you around because you'll just get the sun in the lens. And now we've got a further descent down to one of the wee streams, and then it's quite a hard pull up onto the summit of the hill. It's not particularly long, but it still needs to be done. So we're sitting at around the 300 metre mark. So we've got a drop of, I don't know, be less than 50 metres, and then we're going from there up to just short of 600. So it must be close in a 300 metre pool from the stream up to the summit of the hill. So yeah, when I'm on that ascent, unless there are any snaps that I might want to see and or want to take and let you see, I'll not be filming. Now, in some of the snaps you might see in the distance, there's some fire, and it's the kind of evidence of this is the fact that this is all grouse moor here. There's loads and loads of burning goes on to bring up the new shoots for the young grouse, which are normally, I think, to hatch around about April time, and then come the August, bang, they're gone. The glorious 12th, as they call it, or it's glorious or no, I don't know. Slaughter of loads of birds by people who can afford to shoot. My conscience wouldn't let me do it. However, that's another story, isn't it? So we are just approaching the stream. Got another, I don't know, 50 metres to go, and then it's head down, earth up, and away we go up the ascent. It's funny, there's been a bit of work going on here. As you can see the tracks going up in there. Whether it's something to do with the trees or I don't know, but you can smell the diesel. There's been diesel definitely dropped in this area, which is a great shame, because this is it's a very popular walk. People bring their dogs here, or like myself, they'll come here because they couldn't get into the hills, or for a few different reasons. But yeah, a really pleasant walk, a couple of hours, something like that. You can take it in all seasons. So if you're in the Inverness area and you've only got a short time to go to the hills, or the weather beats you in the high hills, this is well worth considering. So you can see the low point here. Once we get to there, I'm going to stop filming and then get the head done. As I say, it shouldn't take me terribly long, I wouldn't think, but we'll see. Knowing the condition I'm in, it might take me longer than I expect. Okay, right, over now, and we'll bring you back at the summit, but I might stop to take a snap or two. Okay guys. Okay folks, we're getting very close to the summit now, so I thought I would switch the video on, let you see the glorious sunshine that we've got, and as you're going to walk on the summit, the sun's absolutely splitting the trees. Bluebird day, wee touch of wind hitting us now, but I mean it's a gentle breeze, so just more concerned about the sound reproduction, probably poor. So when we get to the summit, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try a wee external mic. So I've had issues with this before, try to connect it to, it's a Samsung 21S I have, or S21, whatever you call it. So you can probably see the summit clear now. So we'll stop there and maybe have a wee go with the external mic. It just looks absolutely spectacular today. You can see the long shot's absolutely lovely. Well, possibly you can with the sun shining in the lens, but yeah, pretty decent. Wee touch wind, but you just need that. Okay, Moray Firth. The peninsula that goes out there is Fort George, and that's you looking at the North Sea now. Decent, eh? So for such a wee hill, you know, around about the 500 metre mark, you get a pretty decent view. And oh, I don't know if I've showed you this or not, bear with us. hope you can make it out. Anyway, right, so that's something. As I say, I'm going to switch off now, try wee mic, see if there's any difference. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. Anyway, I'll bring you back just directly. Okay, as you can see, I've got the wee external mic on. Now, whether it makes a difference or not, I don't know. It might even be silent, I'm not really sure. But, so that's with my back to the wind. And obviously back to the sun, so I'm going to just turn around this way. So that's the wind that hit me in the face. Again, hopefully you can hear me with this mic on, but again, it's a test, so we'll see. I'll get a wee bit of feedback for you guys, no doubt. Now, I'm going to turn you around. If you can see it, I don't think I can zoom in. Oh yes I can. So that's the Moray Firth and the Keswick Bridge just there. Okay, so leaving Inverness going north, going to Black Isle, that's the route. Take it back again. These buildings here that you see, okay, that's the buildings of Inverness Airport. Panning round to that peninsula there, that's Fort George. And just across the water is Shannery Point. And in between these two peninsulas, this is where all the dolphins like to play and have a go at the salmon and what have you. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Yeah, there you go. That's Grousemoor getting burnt. Just wondering how that goes with global warming. It's bound to have an effect, because it does emit CO2. So, interesting to find people's thoughts. Find out people's thoughts on that. So these hills here are obviously to the north of the Cairngorms, but they're huge moors, and they stretch away out towards kind of a Codder area, towards Nairn, right to the A9 and further on. I suppose really the Mona Lea is kind of the western side, I suppose, on the other side of the A9, but it's very similar. But the ground in the Mona Lea is higher than what it is here. This area of terrain here is approximately 500 metres, no higher than 600 metres. But having said that, there's some really nice walks around about here, and you get the place to yourself. Yeah, it's a good area. I often come up here at night with a head torch on, and you can see, if you're lucky, if you time it right, you can see the planes landing and taking off in the airport, and obviously you get the lights of Inverness, Ben Wyvis in the distance there, and if you're very lucky, this is a good place to spot the Aurora Borealis. Me personally, I haven't been lucky enough to catch it here. Anyway, that's enough just now. So obviously I've got the sun to my back. So it's more another wee panorama. There you go. Going back to good old Inverness. It's just I can make out some of the Strathfarrar hills and possibly the Farrachs, but there's just too much haze. But yeah, this is a great vantage point here for all these hills. Anyway, that's enough filming, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, that's me now without the mic. So back to the wind. I'm just going to turn around, face into the wind. So I did test it, and I am getting sound now. Whether it's through the phone mic or whether it's through this wee bad boy, I'm not really sure. And as I say, maybe get a wee bit of feedback. I just thought I'd turn around and give you one more look at Ben Wyvis. No snow in it anywhere, boys. It's gone. It's all gone. The temperature here today when I left the car was 8-9 degrees. So it's a wee bit cooler here. I would reckon maybe 6. But nah, it's no cold at all. It's supposed to be a wee bit colder tomorrow. In fact, looking across there, you can actually see Bheag, which is Galsby. That's where the Manny sits, as they call him, the Duke of Sutherland. Not a very nice guy. Anyway, so that's me tried my test. So I've got no mic on, I'm trying the phone mic now, and let's see if there's any difference. Okay, we'll speak to you later, guys. Right, got the mic on again. I might have had the sound turned down, not really sure. Don't know whether it makes a difference or not. So I thought I'd get an RV try. Again, back to the wind. Facing into the wind, just to see if there's any difference. Okay, right, that's enough for a test, I think. Okay folks, that's almost back at the car. Not very far to go, so messed about the day, try to do some filming and you know, trying out the sounds and things like that. I don't know how good or how bad it is, but the reason I thought I'd bring you back just now is I'm no far off the car. I'm just, I don't know, about 100 metres off the car, and there could be people in the car park and you don't want to be stoning and blethering while they're getting ready or whatever the case may be. Anyway, that's again another beautiful walk. I don't know how I've been up there lots and lots of times, but it's always a worthwhile walk for a short day. I think I've spent somewhere in the region of just over 3 hours. You could take a good half hour off that if you wanted. It's approximately 10k, but yeah, well worth the day, well worth the walk out. So thanks for watching again. I'll get the video sorted out and posted soon. Okay, cheers just now.